I'm Josh and welcome back to Dinghy Cruising Kingfisher. We're out in trim today and we've just launched into Port Stephens, and my oh my, are we having a time of it. So our first challenge today is to see if we can get to the heads and then stick our nose out. Second challenge, is it safe to head up to Broughton Island? It's only predicted 10 to 15 knots, but coming on a long fetch and getting through those heads is notoriously rough. So let's give it a go and I'll see you out there. Yeah, there behind me is the heads that we're trying to tack through. With the wind on the nose, it's proving very difficult. We've got a first reef and we're sailing like our lives depended on it. Okay, just in the mouth of the heads now. It's a little bit more confused out here. Trying to find the wind is interesting too, with the boat pitching around. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's taken me 2 hours to get out the heads. And I thought coming through the heads was the rough bit, but man, no. The boat's diving off the back of waves, they're breaking into the boat. And back there, Broughton Island's just a long way away for this time of day. I think we're going to have to turn around and head back in. This is nuts. Well, having made the decision to turn around, we went and had a look at Jimmy's Beach as a potential overnight stop, but still quite a big surge there. And the boat having nearly taken off on me twice without me on board, we've decided to head westward and go to Fame Cove, which I know is a really protected anchorage for the night. We're racing the sun. We've got about an hour of daylight left, but with the wind behind us, we're doing 7 knots. Wind and tide behind us. Yeah, 7 knots, and we're just absolutely screaming along. The race for an anchorage is getting tight. Sun's just gone down. We've got about 3 miles to go, so we'll be arriving in the dark. And the moon is coming up behind us. Yeah, so we've just made it to Fame Cove, dropped an anchor in the last of the dying twilight. Time to set up. And for the latest in dinghy cruising gadgets, we now have the onboard fireplace. Just a repurposed bamboo backyard burner. If you wonder why Australians are obsessed with lighting fires when they go away with their boats, it's because we're slightly jealous of the Europeans who can go and pull up at marinas and go to restaurants and go to bars and pubs and what have you. We don't have any of that, but we do have a lot of remote. So we can go remote and enjoy a fire and a few cold ones. Well, good morning. Let me introduce the new Galley Box. Those of you that were following the channel might have seen my terrible plastic crate, and I used a trangia with that. Now, nothing wrong with the trangia, of course, but I had to set the whole thing up, pack it all away every single time. And I think a Galley Box is more befitting of the type of boat that we sail. So, spent the last week pestering the Raid Sydney people with build photos, which I'm probably showing you right now. And here we are putting it into action. Just wanted to quickly show you some of the things that I actually put in it. Now, we have just a bag of cutlery, our salt, pepper, olive oil and dishwashing liquid. This is the pot set that I'll be using. A plate, head torch, there's coffee. These tongs are really cool because they are both egg flip end tongs, and a cutting board. I went with a little tripod style gas burner, which I've used before as a hiking implement, and I've screwed that down so that's actually quite stable. And when you want to cook, we pull the adapter out and use the bottle outside. And this was an old stainless steel garbage bin we had that was headed for the tip, so I've repurposed that. But yeah, that took about a week to build with its epoxy coating and varnishing and whatnot. Bit of a commitment, but a really useful and beautiful item. Another little tip I'd like to share with you is the problem of garbage, and keeping garbage dry and under control is really important on a small boat. So what I've done, I've used a 20-litre dry bag, and what I do is I have a trash bag inside that for the bits of rubbish, but next to the trash bag I can also put wet clothes, so it has a double storage solution there. Just stops wet garbage kicking around the bottom of your boat. Bin juice, ew. And finally, we found an island. I'm amazed at all the different ecosystems there are around the island. But one of the problems with small islands is that they collect rubbish. In 20 minutes, we picked up this much plastic, old thongs, cans, whatnot. So in order to keep these islands rubbish free, you need to be really careful about how you treat your own rubbish. Make sure you take it all home, folks. Well, slow trip home, folks, but it's been a nice relaxing run. Just heading towards Little Beach boat ramp. Fantastic boat ramp, by the way. This will be the last video we make for a little while. We've got some boat repairs to do, so we will see you again next season. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our search for islands. Bye.